The following is an exclusive presentation of the Carolina Panthers and the National Football League.
On this episode of the Panthers Huddle, the Cats crawl back to the Queen City after 2 straight division losses, looking to ground the Falcons' playoff hopes. Plus, Al Wallace is back. He breaks down the film on the stars shining brightest through these dark days. And inspiring change. Meet a local hero the Panthers are sending to the big game. Hello and welcome inside this Week 15 edition of the Panthers Huddle. I'm Carla Gebhardt, and after 3 straight road losses, the Carolina Panthers now return home to host the Atlanta Falcons this Sunday. And while the Panthers have little to play for other than pride, they could spoil the playoff hopes of their I-85 rival. The Falcons, Saints, and Bucks all head into Week 15 with 6-7 records. That means the NFC South and the potential spot in the playoffs is still up for grabs. And while we're not in the hunt, the Panthers have a chance to help dictate the outcome.
It's a division game, division opponent obviously out of the race now. But, right now it's just focusing on ourselves, how we can clean stuff up, how we can get better.
We haven't beaten a division opponent this year. To do so would take measured improvements on the offensive side of the ball. And there was little progress seen against the Saints last week.
We're all in the same boat in this building. Coaching staff, front office players, we're all in the same boat. We all, give our all. We're all not getting the result we want, and we're all, trying to weather that and overcome it.
I've seen quarterbacks be great quarterbacks because of what they went through in their rookie season. I think that, what was that player's name, Peyton Manning? He turned out okay.
Regardless, the Panthers are glad to be home after spending 4 of their last 5 games on the road. And home will remain Bank of America Stadium. The Carolina Panthers and Bank of America have announced an extension of their naming rights agreement. The Panthers Den will stay the bank for the foreseeable future. Sunday will be our annual Inspire Change game when we celebrate diversity, inclusion, and why representation does matter. The Panthers did have the opportunity to choose a fan to be this year's Inspire Change Changemaker of the Year and found few more deserving than Sandra Smith from Charlotte's Roof Above. Check out her story in this week's Coke Community Spotlight.
I love them. I got so many people that really count on me, and depend on me, and I don't mind it. I love it. This is what I do. This is my life.
Roof Above's mission is to unite the community to end homelessness one life at a time. And we do that by meeting people's basic needs, meeting people where they are, and then walking with them and creating housing solutions. Sandra is at the very beginning of that equation. So Sandra is helping meet people's basic needs, the most basic need of hunger. But more than that, she's also doing it in a way that encourages relationship.
I started here as security. I was a security guard when I first started here. And over the years, became that this is what I love doing. I love cooking. I love interacting with the neighbors. The position was offered to me earlier, but that's not what I wanted to do. So I've been with them over 30 years now.
So Sandra has been with us a long time, and I've had the joy to work beside her for a lot of that time. So there's so many stories of people that she just really saw. The experience of homelessness, you can almost become invisible. So not just to know someone's name, but to really see someone.
She just has an aura about her. Like, you can tell that she loves what she does. Like, you can tell that she has the food is made with love. But it's her connection to certain neighbors, right? Her ability to not only just use food to connect with people, I think, is what makes her exceptional.
Rain, sleet, or snow, or whatever, I got to be here because I'm going to make sure that we get fed. Even if the power go out, I got a way to make sure they get fed. This place has never been a day. The whole 30 years I've been here, every day that we've served lunch.
Sandra Smith is the single longest serving employee at Roof Above. She has been welcoming people at our door for more than a decade, providing a hot lunch, often knowing people's names and providing a sense of hospitality. So she is, I think of her as one of the keepers of the heart of this organization.
I've been in situations, I've never been homeless, but I have been in situations that I didn't have my rent money, I didn't have gas, light bill money and stuff like that. But when this place was just a blessing, just a blessing, That's why I'm not going any place, because it has blessed me in so many ways,
It's been such a joy to watch her find her calling in life, and this is what she is meant to do. She's meant to meet people where they are, provide food, and give an encouraging word for a next step.
We have a surprise.
You do?
Yes. We're happy to be here to serve today, but today is about you.
Okay.
Because we have nominated you as the Carolina Panthers 2023 Inspired Changemaker.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank y'all.
You want to go to a game, right?
Yes.
Well, you're going to go to the big game. We are sending you to the Super Bowl. All of you.
Come here, baby. Oh, shoot, y'all see that? Oh, thank you.
This exclusive presentation of the Carolina Panthers Television Network is brought to you in part by Bank of America, official bank of the Carolina Panthers.
Chris Tabor will lead the team out onto the field at home Sunday for the first time since taking over as the Panthers' interim head coach. Our own Darren Gant spoke with Coach Tabor about a star Panther playing at his peak and why he gave the team a day off.
And welcome, interim head coach Chris Tabor. How you doing?
Doing well, thank you.
Doing well. I appreciate you coming in, joining us today. It's obviously been a difficult situation. The game last week kind of got away late. It's kind of a familiar pattern. Ran well, played good defense, but just struggling to get things going in the passing game. As you look forward, what are the kind of things you're thinking about this week, you know, when you look at this upcoming game and how to get that part ironed out?
Well, I think we just got to kind of continue to stay the course. You know, they might say there could be weather coming in on Sunday. So obviously still got to be able to run the ball, shorten the game a little bit there. We're playing good defense. With regards to the passing game, you know, we just got to pitch and catch. And when we have our opportunities, we got to make plays. And I think that's really what it comes down to. I mean, the only way you're going to get better at it is continue to practice at it and give yourself a chance, so that's what we're doing.
Weather coming in, that means it's return season, right?
It could be return season, and obviously the Falcons have the greatest of all time in Cordell Patterson as a kick returner. So we'll have our hands full. I know him well, and anytime he gets the ball in his hands, you got to cover him.
Speaking of special teams, obviously things didn't go perfectly. Number one, is Johnny okay?
No, Johnny's fine.
Okay,
Johnny's
good.
fine. When that play happens and you hear that thud, that's what you're thinking about.
Right.
And you know, we made a mistake there. It can't happen. Disappointing, but we got to move on. We're never going to get that play back. Obviously, things in the kicking game, as I always say, on first and second down and third down, offense and defense, they get multiple tries. We only get one shot, so that's why we can't make a mistake.
Your day job as special teams coordinator occupies enough of anybody's time anyway, but you're still engaged in that part while you're serving as interim head coach here. But you've got help, don't you? I mean, Fitz has been invaluable to you these last couple
he's
weeks.
been outstanding. And I've always said that our special teams unit, I know I have the title of the coordinator, but he's also a coordinator. That's how I look at it. I feel like it's a two-man show. We work equally together. He gives great ideas. He's an excellent football coach, more importantly, a great person, and I'm glad he's here to help facilitate this process.
Some rough news again this week. Justin McCray goes on IR, fourth guard on injured reserve this season. You know, and it's just been a constant shuffle among those guys. Despite that, and when he leaves after the first snap the other day and Cade Mays comes in, how impressive was it to be able to run the way you ran in New Orleans despite all that turnover?
No, it was impressive, and I think that the offense and Coach Campen and Coach Brown, they did a great job of getting those guys going. You know, Coach Campen always works a lot of guys during the week, and I think obviously that came to fruition on Sunday. But we have to be able to run the football. That's kind of our identity. We got good backs. Chuba Hubbard is playing really, really well at this time. So he's a guy that we like to get the ball in his hands. So hopefully this week we can continue that trend that we've had the last 2 weeks.
On the other side of the ball, I think if there's a bright spot for the Carolina Panthers this year, Derek Brown is playing an incredible brand of football right now. When you're standing there watching him penetrate the line of scrimmage, throw guys down behind the line, you know, just making play after play after play, what's your reaction?
I've been here, so for me to be here my second season and to really watch him and how he's grown, and Coach Walsh has done a great job with him. he's playing at an all-pro level. He really is. And I think sometimes it's hard for fans to watch the interior unless a guy breaks through clearly on the other side or gets a sack. Those are the flash plays. But when you watch the tape and you watch him dominate the line of scrimmage, and then you see maybe he doesn't make the play, but the linebacker scrapes and he makes the play because of what Derek Brown did. That says it all. His tape has been as consistent as anybody. And he's a good player, really good player.
Mm-hmm. It's hard for a guy to get recognition when a season's gone the way this one has, but he really has played at a level with the top of the league, hasn't he?
Oh no, there's no doubt about it. I think he can play anywhere, and when you're prepping for him, teams are going to talk about him. Hey, we need to stop number 95, and that's a credit to him because his practice habits, his meeting habits, how he takes care of his body. I mean, he's a pro's pro. I'm just really proud of him.
Yeah. You've talked a lot since you've been interim coach the last few weeks about the mindset you have to have this time of year. You gave guys off Monday after the trip home, and just to kind of clear their heads a little bit. How do you see guys responding to that idea of still got 4 weeks worth of work to do, but let's be smart about how we do it?
Yeah, I think this time of year you're in the, I guess the fourth quarter of the season, and it is a long season, and we didn't start as fast as we wanted to, obviously, but we want to finish the thing strong, and I think that's what we were focusing on right now. And I think what you want to do is get the guys fresh. It's kind of like if you eat too much candy, you don't want to eat any sweets, so you kind of pull off a little bit, not pull off, but change the schedule up, tweak it just a little bit to make them hungry to keep coming back, freshen up their bodies, because this time of year, if you can have the healthiest team you can be, you give yourself a chance.
Yeah, there you go. Very good. Interim Coach Chris Tabor, thanks for joining us on The Huddle.
Appreciate it.
Closed captioning for the Panthers Television Network is provided by Charlotte Eye, Ear, Nose, and Throat Associates, helping you enjoy the sights and sounds of the NFL all season long.
While it has not been the season that we expected for the Panthers, there have been some diamonds shining through the rough, and now you can send them to this year's Pro Bowl. Earlier this week, fan voting began for the 2024 Pro Bowl games in Orlando on February 4th, and whether you want more domination from Derek Brown or you just love Frankie Louvu, show that love with your vote. Go to NFL.com/Pro Bowl games to learn more and start voting for your favorite Panthers player.
I'm very excited opportunity just to be on the ballot and, see how it turns out. Got like 2 weeks till, so we'll see.
What would it mean to you, though, like to make that, if that happens?
I mean a lot. I go out here every week and try to play as hard as I can, so, that'd be a reward for that. But, other than that, I'm just trying to do my job and, see what opportunities come.
It would mean everything, that's like one of my goals last year and this year, every year pretty much, but most definitely this year. That's one of my biggest goals, so pushing forward to it and get the votes in, and hopefully we can make it work.
So we're going to continue the Pro Bowl conversation, and you look at that list right there, and two guys that really stand out, Derek Brown and Frankie Louvu. We're now going to step inside TD's film room with Al Wallace to talk about why these guys are such high caliber players and why they deserve to be in the Pro Bowl, Al.
Yeah, you talk about core players, the heart and soul, the energy of this defense. You look at Frankie Louvu and Derek Brown and what they bring. These two guys play together so well. Frankie Louvu as a pass rusher, Derek Brown is doing everything, 330 pounds. The motor never stops. Let's take a look at this first play right here, and we're going to pause it, right? We see Frankie Louvu in the middle of this defense. You have an odd front, 5 guys that are coming. What you're going to notice right away is you're going to see Gross Matos. He's going to bail out there, so it's really going to turn into a 5-man pass rush. They're going to add Frankie Louvu right there in that pass rush for this team. So you just look at what happens now, and you just pause it. You see the double here on the nose guard. One-on-one, Cesar Ruiz right there on Derek Brown, and Frankie Louvu has a free rush, Carla, at the quarterback, Derek Carr. They're going to need to do this, get pressure on Desmond Ridder. Well, let's just let this play. Let's go and see the payoff for these types of pressures. Frankie Louvu so very good in the middle of this defense, creating pressure for the Carolina Panthers. Here we go again. This time they go away from the odd front, 4 men down. Frankie Louvu right here, you're going to see him. He's going to be lined up. Just watch how this guy pays off that last pass rush. And what you see from Derrick Brown, he's going to take the attention all the way across. All these guys right here, Carla, they're going to have to pay attention to big old number 95 in the middle of this defense. And just look at the timing of that blitz right there on those two guys. They work so well together. Watch the footwork. Watch how in sync they are. Boom. Explosiveness, sack. Derek Carr on the ground, huge play for this defense, and you're going to continue to see it. Then it's the Christmas holiday. Look at the big fella. You want a gift? Puts his hands up. He gets doubled. You know you can't get there, and we're taught this all the time as defensive linemen, right? You can't get to the quarterback. What do? You get in the passing window. You make sure you get your hands up. Derrick Brown gets a Christmas gift, an early Christmas gift, a batted pass, his second interception from the defensive tackle spot. These two gentlemen are playing lights out in the heart, the soul, the foundation for this defense moving forward.
Yeah, they deserve your Pro Bowl vote. And you mentioned Derrick Brown. What have you just seen from him in the last couple of seasons? Because, right, every season he just keeps getting better. Why is he getting better?
You see a guy that's grown up, and he's owned the responsibility now of being one of the leaders on this defense, and a guy that is 330 pounds, I'm going to keep saying that, as a big man that out-hustles everybody on the field. Those two guys in particular are playing at a different level, playing at a different speed than the rest of the guys on that defense. You love to see it, but Derrick Brown realizes he's one of the biggest, baddest men on that defense, and he's playing that way.
Love that. Don't forget hashtag Pro Bowl vote on X. That's how you get your votes in, guys. A trip to the Big Easy was anything but for the Carolina Panthers on Sunday. Here is the lowdown on our Week 14 loss to the Saints. It's this week's Bojangles Rewind.
Welcome to the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, Week 14. And for Carolina, can they bloom a rose from the rubble of 1-11? Saints in the red zone. Carr looking, pressure coming, and he's got to throw it away. It's 4th down. This will be a 29-yard field goal attempt by Groupie. The kick is up, and he missed it right.
Wow. We have to take advantage.
Young under center. Young under pressure. Hit as he throws it. The ball's in the air, and the Saints may have picked it off. And New Orleans will take over at the Panther 36-yard line. Kamara gets the call, tries the left side, zigzagging his way into the end zone for a New Orleans touchdown. Carolina hoping they can get going offensively in the second quarter. Chuba took it up the gut. They stay with the run. They move the chains. Young will run. Bryce Young scampers for the first down. The kick is up, and the Panthers get on the board. Defense will need a stop, though. And it's broken up at the last second by J.C. Horn. Welcome back, number 8. And he is into the embrace of Deion Jones. The Saints go 3 and out. Carr under pressure, and he's sacked like a heat-seeking missile. Frankie Louvu takes him down. Shotgun snap, Carr. His throw is intercepted. Derrick Brown. Number 95, who else? The anchor of that D-line, Derrick Brown.
Week in and week out, the two consistent guys that show up.
The defense is giving the Panthers a shot.
We've got to answer offensively.
Here's the snap. Young throws over the middle, incomplete. It's 4th down. The Panthers go 3 and out after that promising run by Chuba and another missed opportunity for the Panthers. Johnny Hecker will punt here on 4th and 2. He catches the snap. They block the kick. It's rolling backwards. The Saints pick it up. It's a touchdown. Backbreaker.
It's the last thing we need with the way we're struggling on offense.
We're not built to go 85 yards right now. I'll tell you what, Jake, I think we got to go for it. Here's the snap. Young to throw. Sends it deep down the right sideline. Chark adjusting. It's incomplete. It's a turnover on downs. These are plays we got to make.
We've taken a couple of shots down the field, just haven't had much success.
Puts it in the belly of Miles Sanders. Has the middle. Cutting a jagged path down the sideline. 10, 5, out of bounds. 1 yard line. There's the explosive play. Pressure coming. Young is sacked. Yeah, 1st and goal at the 1. You needed 6. Play action. Clean pocket. He's got time. Throws downfield. Thielen the catch of the 23. A 1st down for Carolina. Here's the blitz. Young hit from the backside and sacked. Pinheiro puts it up, and it hits the upright. No good. 3 drives in the second half. Field goal, missed field goal, turnover on downs in New Orleans territory. Quick throw, it's a slant, it's Olave, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Everything from here on out's got to be 4-down territory.
It's a turnover on downs, and the Saints take over.
That was a tough set of downs. We've been inept on offense, to say the least.
Young pumps under pressure. Nope, took too long, and he is sacked back near the 40-yard line, and nobody open. It's a turnover on downs. We've got to find a few roses amidst the rubble. Bryce would be the biggest one if he can emerge from this season confidence unscathed. Your final score from the Superdome: New Orleans 28, Carolina 6.
Unfortunately, that is all the time we have. Thanks for watching. And if you're not coming to the game here at the stadium this week, you can see the Panthers take on the Falcons on your local Fox station Sunday at 1 p.m. Or you can listen to the game here in Charlotte on 99.7 The Fox. So for Al Wallace, Coach Tabor, and the entire Huddle crew, thanks for watching, and we will see you next week right here inside the Panthers Huddle. Until then, you guessed it, keep pounding.
You've been watching the Panthers Huddle, a copyrighted presentation of the Carolina Panthers and the NFL.